Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Kenley, for those of you that don't know, and this is going to be a tarot reading for the star sign of Cancer. And those that know me know that I am a Cancerian, so this will be a reading for me also. I did do a reading and it was a private reading. I did change the publicity to public, but I've had no viewers, and so I'm going to delete that one. Like I say, I need all the publicity I can get, and if there's no views, it really goes against your channel and the algorithms. And also Capricorn, I'm sorry, if there's no more views on that, I'm going to delete that one also, because I've only got one view on it. It's not my fault, it's just the way that YouTube works these days. So anyway, just before we start, if you do like my content, please give me a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. If you don't, you won't be informed or notified of all of my uploads. So also, if you watch my channel, please subscribe. It really does help the algorithm. I am gaining subscribers, but not as much and not as many as I would like. So please, also, if you know a Cancerian or dealing with a Cancerian, if you want to know about a Cancerian or have it in your birth chart, this could be a reading for you also. So, like I say, you could be cross-watching if you are married to one, in a relationship one, have a best friend that's one, or if you just like my readings and just want to watch, then thank you, and let's get straight into it. So, I did shuffle off camera, and to try and cut down on the time that these readings go on for. Some of them are way too long than I hoped, and I'm really trying to cut down on that. So let's get started, shall we? Let me just get a bit more comfortable. So let me chuck that over there. So it's quite warm in here. So let's go. So these cards came out. The King of Wands. I'm sorry that the card is backwards. So this is a card that is in the fire energy, so it is something that you are doing. Also, the King is masculine energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm talking to a male, it just means that you are in some active energy and that you are creating something, doing something, or yes, I can't think of the word, but you get the drift. So the second card to come out is the Eight of Swords. Swords are all about speaking truth, communicating, and so there you can see that somebody is feeling bound. You could also be dealing with a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius, air sign energy. So I'm really picking up on Libran energy in this card, which is very much to do with legalities, the judicial system, and possibly a court case. I know that that is actually relevant for me, myself, personally. And then on the bottom of the deck, it's not a card that came out, but we have Temperance. So Temperance is a Sagittarian card. You can see here Sagittarius, the universe's archer, always on point if in the upright. Negative tends to be unhinged and a bit wayward, prone to making rash decisions and being quite, I can't think of the word. Something is hard to communicate, something is hard to talk about. I'm just really getting that, so bear with me while I tap in to these cards. So I'll just have a little moment of silence. Quite hard for me, seeing I am a chatterbox. So definitely you could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I myself am dealing with a Sagittarius. I'm not mentioning any names, but my ex-partner actually going to court in March to give evidence against him for domestic abuse and domestic violence, and yes, he actually put me in hospital. That being said, I don't regret the split. It was doomed anyway, from the get-go. We both had really really destructive lifestyles, and together we were just bound to destroy the relationship. So this could also be you if I'm talking to a fellow Cancerian. So, you know, I'm really sorry to hear that if that is you. But that being said, don't let this put you off enjoying the single life. I very much am, and I don't regret the split, and I don't regret you know, making a statement. And so as much as I loved him very much, you know, I'm not going back. It's totally over. So you could also be feeling this too. So I'm just going to pause the video so I don't clock up too much time, okay? So Cancer, you have got to step back and look at the bigger picture, which yes, I am doing. I very often get caught up in the minor details, and even looking in the mirror, I tend to focus on little bits of me and not the whole package. And you know, anybody that knows me doesn't get a little bit of me, they get the whole of me, good or bad. Just saying. But whichever, whether you know it or know it not, you are a natural leader when in the upright and in positive energy. Look at that. Just, I know I'm jumping the gun a bit, but I've just moved the cards and that was on the bottom, but I'll get to this in a minute. So yeah, let's move these away for a little minute, because like I say, I'm going to keep this really short. So you have visions, whether this is dreams, whether this is you visualize things and download sort of messages from spirit. You also see things, see numbers. You also receive messages from the natural world, that being like for myself, or butterflies and birds mainly, but any animal that you receive any type of guidance, you do take that seriously. So you are overcoming challenges, which is amazing, darlings. This is a really good card. So you are sitting on your throne, you are in your power. Nobody's going to knock you off that, not this time, never, not ever, ever again. So, big love, you know. So you are maturing also, but you also know that not to take life too seriously, because if I did, I don't think I'd be here. I really don't, and that could be the same for you, because life can be hard. It's hard. We are all in a spiritual war, right? So recognizing that is it's a lifelong thing, and it never ends. So like infinity, you know, number 8 is all to do with leveling up, spirituality, eternity, infinity, and spirit, and karma. Let's not forget that. So what's the opposite of karma? Karma is dharma, so that is what your birthright, your destiny, and nobody can take that away from you, no matter what they do, try, tell you. That will be coming to you in divine timing, not before, not after. So right now, and this is also a message for me personally, you are very driven, you are very career focused, and you are really doing the work to focus on things that you want to do as a career. So some kind of work ethic, whether this is a hobby like tarot is for me. I would like to do it as a job, I'm nowhere near at the level that I want to be, but are we ever, really? It's always work in progress. The term ascended masters comes to mind. You are never ascended, and if you think that you know everything about something, the universe will throw something at you to knock you off that pedestal. Just saying. So that is meant for me also. So that's that card, we'll just put that to one side. So you are very capable and confident in your abilities. So I'm hearing the song Must Be the Reason That I'm King of My Castle. So that being said, there's no need to say I'm the king of my castle, you're the dirty rascal. Well, remember where you've come from. You know, we all start at the bottom. And my granddad, I've said it in a different reading, always used to say a good gaffer doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. So a good boss knows his roots and knows what it takes to get to where he is now. And if you get arrogant about it, spirit, universe, God, someone will knock you down a peg or two, and nobody wants that, really. So always remain humble. You know, there's always somebody better than you, always somebody not as lucky and as blessed as us. So we should never really look down on anybody, which I don't anyway. I always try to humble myself, and those that know me know that I can take it a bit too far, and sometimes it gets me walked all over. But that was the old me. So this is me now. Don't come at me with yesterday, because I'm here now. I'm just getting that. So I definitely have a clear vision of what I want, and that's what I'm moving towards and working on. So this could also be you. So just give me a minute. So the 8 of Swords, 12:22 on the clock. So the number 1 represents individuality, independence, being strong on oneself and realising that you don't need anybody. We might want people, but we don't need anybody. And so I've dealt with addiction. I'm still dealing with addiction. I don't care what people say about that or do about that, what they think about that, because I can't help that. All I can do is change me, myself and I. That is also number 1. The number 1 could also be important. So that is the power of 4. And so 1 by itself is a leadership role. So you are realizing you can take the lead, you can be on your own, you can find your way. We may want people to be on the journey with us, but if they're not meant to be on this journey with us, they are taken away. You know, we have no choice in that. So you are, I feel, dealing with legalities, possibly contracts. Something needs to be signed in the new year. Just always read the small print. That's what I'm getting. You could also be dealing with a Gemini. I've met a Gemini. His name is Adrian. So Adrian, I don't think you'll be watching this because you are a Gemini, but if you are, then hello from Benidorm. I hope you're still having a good time on your holiday. So yes, you realise that negative thoughts don't help anyone, least of all yourself, and definitely no one else. Nobody wants to see and hear and look at a Debbie Downer. So a lot of the time I can be a self-imposed, I can be a prisoner of my own thoughts, my own mind, my own negativity. But that was past. Although that being said, things will come up, and I'm no stranger to being knocked off my course. If you are dealing with addiction, just know you're not on your own. It doesn't make you a monster. You are a human being, and all that you are doing is managing pain. And you know, if there is nobody that you can reach out to, it is self-medication and also self-detrimental. We know that. Nobody ever gets into smoking. just tobacco. Nobody gets into that thinking, I can't wait to get hooked on this. I mean, unless you're in the wrong mind. Nobody in the right mind goes for that. So somebody's going to prison. They feel it's your fault. They feel that you made them do this. They feel that if it wasn't for you, this wouldn't be happening. But I can tell you right now, and I don't think you're watching from prison, but you know who I'm talking to, and I'm not talking to Cancerians out there, but anyone that knows me knows who I am talking about. Because Temperance is Sagittarius's card. So yeah, I'm talking to you, right? So if you think this is my fault, I never made you hate me. Why would I do that? You know I'm not like that. But I also feel I wish I'd never met you. That being said, I wouldn't have experienced that relationship. And so, it is what it is. You know, so you could be dealing with somebody also that has the name beginning with the letter S and also a 5 sign. But yes, things are coming into balance. Like I said, you are dealing with a fire sign, but I'm really picking up on Sagittarius. Now, I know a lot of Sagittarius, they are very fiery. I was married to one as well. I was with one for 11 years. Sadly, he's not with us anymore. But they do have a major tendency to overindulge. Takes one to know one, so am I. That's not to say that they are a bad person. We just live in this world and it's full of temptation. So in devil energy, they tend to overindulge. So whoever is getting justice, you will eventually find a state of balance. I'm sorry this is going on for a long time. Again, I really wanted to keep it short, but I'm just feeling I have got to just read the cards and what I feel that I need to share with you. So we are moving out of a victim mentality, Kenley, and I'm talking to myself right now. Self-restriction and feeling isolated. You are really coming out of your shell, things are looking up and you are moving forward. So you aren't bound anymore. You are going to stand in your truth. So swords and energy, you are going to be communicating the wrong that somebody has done to you. This is not something that you like doing, but it really needs to be done. So let's move on. So Temperance, like I say, Sagittarius. I'm just hearing, and I'm not talking about myself, but whoever I'm talking to that is possibly listening to this reading, you are fire. So you are hot stuff. You may be feeling hot, you may be going through the change and having hot flushes. Not necessarily, but possibly. I know I am. But moderation. So I have drank a lot this holiday, and I know when I get home I've got a lot of work to do on myself because I've overindulged in food, alcohol and smoking. So maybe somebody needs to cut back, cut down. It is a new year, so it's time to, you know, change it up and get refreshed and, you know, get into shape so that you feel in your best self. So that's that one. So when I moved the cards, this card came out, the Lovers. Also Gemini. I definitely have Gemini in my chart. Those of you that know what South nodes and North nodes are, I was Sagittarius. Well, I am Sagittarius South node, which means I was the party goer. I still don't like the nitty gritty, but if I go back to that, that means I'm not doing the work of now. So I'm Gemini North node. So what does that mean? Those of you that know what the North node signifies, the North node is all about your destined path, what you're meant to be doing. in your divinity, so in your power. So I am meant to communicate things with people, and I'm meant to be like a shining light, and I'm not always in that energy, but isn't that what we're all meant to do, you know? Also, my granddad and I like to say myself that it's always better, my darling, to leave people better than you find them. So that doesn't mean buy money, that doesn't mean by giving them things, that means leave them with a smile. If you see somebody crying, if you can help them, give them a hug and make them smile, you know, open a door for somebody. You know, ask somebody if they're okay. Help an old lady, old man over the street, you know. But just be careful. Not everybody is friendly, and I found out that in the hard way. So, yes, something to do with a ex-lover. You are communicating. So Gemini is one of the most intelligent of the astrological signs. They tend to be chaotic, so some people find them really unhinged, ungrounded, but that's not the case. Gemini gets very bored easily, and I am very known to start things and leave it and move on to something else, and leave it and move on to something else and leave it. But I always come full circle, and I do eventually finish things off. So to tie up this reading, you are finding balance and harmony in relationships, union, partnerships and sexuality. You are reigniting passion, whether that is for someone, something, or a business or job endeavour. You are in alignment, so wherever you are, don't worry. You are right where you are meant to be, darling, and that is by divinity. So we'll just carry on carrying on. And just be you, and if people don't like you, then it's their loss. Move on, don't invest in them. We all should know that money is not everything. Some people say it's the root of all evil. It is just energy based. But the most valuable thing in the world is giving somebody some time, and your time, you never get that back. It is water under the bridge, and you will never see that stream of water again. So whoever you are, spend time with those that you love, spend time wisely, and don't just give it away, because it is valuable. So that brings me to the end of the read. Thank you for your time, whoever's watching this. I really appreciate that. Like I say, you've given me your time, and that's what helps this channel grow. So for now, that is all. Cancer, I really hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed reading for you. Please hit the notification bell, please subscribe, please share this video. If you have anything to say or just want to send me an emoji, that's great. I really would appreciate that, and it helps get my videos out there. So wherever you are in the world, Happy New Year, you beautiful people, and I will see you next time.